is the Jones Wrestling Center on the Cleveland High School campus, a building donated by the Jones family, Allan Jones Jr., and for the future generations of Cleveland High School. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a special broadcast of Primetime Sports. We're coming to you tonight from the Jones Wrestling Arena. I'm joined by Cleveland High School head coach Al Miller. Hello, Coach.
Welcome to my house.
Hey, this is exactly what it is, isn't it?
It is. This is where I spend a lot of time and enjoy every minute of it.
Is it safe to say it's a dream come true?
More than a dream. I mean, it's just, it's a dream, and it's something I know that a lot of people are envious of me, and I'm sorry.
Rightfully so.
I've been here for a long time, but I also hope it's something that other coaches realize dreams can come true. Yeah. If you set goals and you continue to pursue them, it didn't just happen in 1 or 2 years. This is something I've talked about for years and years, and it is. It's just a fabulous facility. You asked me before, I believe it's the best in the United States for high school. I've had college coaches tell me this, that for a public high school, this is the finest wrestling facility in the United States. So we're very proud of it.
Coach Miller, as you know, most of the folks in our audience tonight might have not been in our community to this building, and so we're going to give them, a lot of people have, but we're going to give the folks that haven't a chance to see this. We're going to begin our broadcast tonight with a tour with Coach Miller as our guide of this building, and since 2001 you've been here, and here we are at the front door.
Exactly. Well, you're right. A lot of people have driven by it and have seen the outside of it. We have a lot of people come and watch our matches. It's a great place to watch wrestling. We've designed it, if you've been to Cleveland High School campus, we're entering the way that most people enter a football game, and we had this in mind with the glass front. We want the people, football, to look in, see the room, see how big it is. They can't see everything, but it gives them a good idea. See our banners up in there, and the entranceway here is a really nice, this is a building, Allan did a lot of it, but a lot of the interior we had to get help. First Tennessee helped us here.
Did they
really? A really nice, beautiful entranceway here.
First Tennessee always involved with different civic projects, community project. Well, shall we? Let's go. Let's go in. All right.
I don't know if your eyes go up or go down first. Maybe want to go up. These are a couple of posters that were in a local clothing store. They wish not to be named, but my oldest son, Brett, was working there and said, what are you going to do with those after we're through? He said, we're going to throw them away. And Brett said, well, I believe I'd like to have those. So we've had them. We've changed them a little bit, but it's a nice entrance. It was a big open space up there, and it's a perfect place for those posters. So then, if your eyes come down, this is a unique, I guess you'd call this a mosaic, tiles. Amy Jones, Allan's sister, did this. This is really unique. This is a guy she was dating when she was in college, and I didn't know the story. Here in the blue, his name's Mike Seep, who I was a teammate at UTC. In fact, I roomed with Mike on road trips. This is Mike Seep, wrestler from Auburn. And Amy had this picture. She did this with Raider Wrestling, so this is a really unique mosaic here.
Wow.
And then this is kind of our trophy case. We have a lot of memorabilia here. This used to be up in the high school. A lot of it used to be in my house.
Did it really?
And then
now you have a place for it.
We have a place for it. And some of this has been other people's houses. We have a nice picture for our picture over here.
Over there.
Krill Higgins' daughter, David, his brother, wrestled for me, and she came in and she said, you know, this has been hanging in our den, and it'd be much better for people to come in and see this at the wrestling building. And this is what's happening. Old alums have come back and they said, you know, I've got something that I bet the older guys would like to see. So this is the Higgins had this done for David.
My goodness.
That was 76, 77. We've got some pictures of state championships, champions up here, teams. This is 1980, the first year we won it.
Wow. So many memories right there on that wall.
Definitely. And we've got, of course, our pride and joy. We have 5 state championship trophies and numerous regional trophies that are over here. It's just awards on this wall. I don't know if you can swing over. Is some of the groundbreaking. This is when a lot of people remember this used to be tennis courts right here.
Yes, it did. I played right here, Coach.
Yeah, we had when they finally gave us approval to build this, about 10 of my wrestlers, they weren't working fast enough for us, so we came and took down the fencing around it. It just wasn't coming down fast enough. So we brought the fences down, and they had a ceremony, and they dug up the first part of the tennis court. And these are some pictures, and also some pictures from the opening session that night.
Coach, I want to get a picture of this plaque here. This is who the building is named after. William, Bill Jones Sr. right here in the center. Talk about his contribution, the Jones family.
I paraphrase what it says. Allan has always said that his dad was always there, tried and made every wrestling match that Allan wrestled. It was always important for Allan to look up in the stands and see his dad. His dad had never wrestled before, but he knew how much Allan loved it. And so Allan donated the interior of this inside of the building. It's called the William A. Jones Sr. Arena. Inside, we've got his name on the far wall down here on the mats, too.
Well, Coach, we're going to take a break. We're going to come right back. We're going to continue our tour. We're at the Jones Wrestling Center at Cleveland High School. Primetime Sports continues in a moment.
Your time is precious to do the things that are important in life. That's why at Medical Center and Super Discount Pharmacy, we make it convenient to send faxes, make photocopies, and rent the medical equipment you need from hospital beds to wheelchairs. And as always, you'll enjoy the first-class pharmacy services we've become known for, where our expertise is always free. At Medical Center and Super Discount Pharmacy, we realize it's all about you, your time, your convenience, and your savings, and we promise never to forget that. Visit us on our website, Medical Center and Super Discount Pharmacy, caring for your family just like our own.
Poor nutrition today will increase Sarah's chances of anemia, add to her healthcare costs, sick days, even stunt her ability to learn. And the thing is, Sarah's not even born yet. Get proper nutrition before it's too late. Call or visit WIC. WIC provides nutrition information, healthcare referrals, even food. Your child has you, and you have WIC.
Everyone, our tour continues, and of course in the background we've got the Higher Calling Kids Club going, which I thought was appropriate, Coach, because it's really where it all starts.
It's where it starts, and it's part of my dream of this building. This building isn't to be locked up and used only for high school. We use it year-round, and it's good that we get our little kids. This is our kindergarten through about the 3rd grade group right here being instructed, and this is what it's all about. That's why I wanted this building. It's dedicated to wrestling. Maybe some people aren't aware of how long wrestling can go, but we use this. This building's probably not being used for wrestling 11 months out of the year. We take August off, kind of close down, take a break in August, but the kids practice right up through July. But you get an idea of the building. You can't quite go to it. This is kind of my project.
Back over here.
This is something I've done to get a team picture of all the guys who've ever wrestled for Cleveland High School, dating back to 1967. Some of the pictures I actually just had to take the annuals and go over here to the photo enlargement place and take it straight out of the annual. And so it's kind of a word I can put out. Any old wrestlers have got a colored picture of their team, I'd love to make a copy of it, because some of them aren't quite that good.
All right.
But if you can fan across the mats and see
right over here
the setup we have here.
So what happens when it's a match night for Cleveland High School here? Is this,
most of the time we take one set of mats against these walls, and we center one mat right in the middle, and the teams are seated on both sides. Just so happens we're having a junior varsity tournament here tomorrow. We're going to run 3 mats at one time. It's the whole Chattanooga area. There'll be 16 teams here, but they had to have placed in the previous tournament. So this is tomorrow night for the kids that aren't on the varsity, but it gives them a year-end tournament to compete in. And also kind of tells you who the stars are going to be looked for next year. It's a good indicator for those kids. But this is just a great facility.
Scoreboards there, I noticed.
Scoreboards is a great help. We'll also see in the concession stand. Coca-Cola has been really helpful. We went to them and we said we'd like a contribution. They said how much, and they said we can't do that. How about scoreboards? I said great. So they don't. Both the scoreboards have been provided by the Coca-Cola company. I don't know if you can get our banners. We have 5 of our state tournament banners hanging from the ceiling. I'd like for that to get larger.
Let's fill that up.
We can always, we've left room for those.
Got to walk over here and find out, as of course this is continuing the kids club here in the background.
Right, and the noise they may hear, but it's the young kids being instructed in wrestling.
All right.
We're going to walk right by here.
We'll walk right by here. And nice people here in the crowd watching the kids.
Come back. I don't know if he can go up here. I went to a camp at Clarion State, Pennsylvania, I guess about my 2nd year in high school, and on their wrestling room was a quote by an ex-wrestler. He also happened to be President of the United States, Teddy Roosevelt.
Wow.
Which I said, whenever I get a room of my own, that's going to go up. And I think that's just, that's kind of the way I live my life, I think, and the way I teach the kids. It's not the critic that counts, but it's the guy that steps in the ring. That's, I think, what it's all about.
Well,
epitomizes wrestling.
This is a unbelievable building. Congratulations. It's, like you said, the nation's best for high school, and you're doing a lot of great things, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for what you do for our local athletics. It's unbelievable.
Well, I love it. I love it. I guess that's why you stay involved in it. I love every minute of it. So.
Coach, thanks for letting us come tonight. We're going to continue our broadcast. I'll be talking to you later in the broadcast about Cleveland High School wrestling and a lot more.
Okay.
All right. Coach Al Miller with us, and we'll come back with more primetime sports. An active night at the Jones Wrestling Center here at Cleveland High School in just a moment.
Gobble's Automotive, your neighborhood auto service and tire professionals. Trust Tony and Ginger Gobble and their quality ASC certified technicians to provide the best in service for all your auto repair needs. 100% customer satisfaction is the #1 goal at Gobble's Automotive, where integrity and trust means you can sit back, relax, and enjoy Ginger's fresh baked cookies while your automobile gets the very best service and care. Honesty, quality, convenience. You can expect the best from Gobble's Automotive.
Why squabble? Depend on Gobble.
At Economy Rentals, we make it easy to own with no credit checks, low monthly or weekly payments, and free delivery. Visit our newly opened sleep shop where you will find mattresses, day beds, bunk beds, and full bedroom suites. Get a washer and dryer for $13.50 a week or $50 a month. 3 rooms of furniture for less than $30 a week or $102.95 a month. Low prices and a great selection. No credit checks and 90 days same as cash on all purchases. Economy Rentals, 901 Sahara Drive across from the Hardys on Keith Street. Economy Rentals of Cleveland, where we make it easy to own.
And welcome back to Primetime Sports here on Charter Channel 22 as we continue our tour of the Jones Wrestling Center here at Cleveland High School. Coach Miller joining me and with a guided tour here. And Coach, some things that you wanted to show us continuing.
Well, I didn't want to get by without showing this. This is something that's, the building's unbelievable. Everything's unbelievable.
It really is.
This is a project. This is Josh Coleman's idea, one of my ex-wrestlers, who's an artist here in town, sculptor, painter. He wanted to do something for it. Last year, my youngest son, Pete Miller, was a senior. He's an art major, too. And Josh threw this idea out Pete. So for Pete's senior project, and Josh did a lot of the work, they made this casting, which they call Live the Legacy.
Sure.
The 2 hands are molded. This is my son's hand. This is Matt Coleman, Josh's brother's hand, who did the casting. And it's the idea of you win some, you lose some, but just the fact that you competed is the legacy here. And it's just, I'm so proud of this, and it's something for all the guys. We try to tell the guys every time we come out, rub this. Josh did it in brass here, so it'll change. But it's an unbelievable thing.
My word.
We can fan down here. This is the goal of everybody that ever wrestles at Cleveland High School. This is our Hall of Fame. If you place in the state tournament, you get your name on this board.
Good Lord, at the names that we recognize.
A lot of names. I've been very fortunate. I came in right here when I started coaching in '73. So
my goodness, Coach.
I know a lot of these guys, and I've gotten to know some of the ones before too. So you want to step back in the dressing room?
Can we do that?
We cleaned it up. It's not that dirty.
All right, here we go. We're going to step into
our dressing
room area here, where the guys get ready. And oh my, what a beautiful area. And as you see, this here is this is a picture. How far back is that, Coach?
That's the first team.
That's the first
Bobby
team.
Scott was the coach. That was in the newspaper. First duel, before their first dual meet, they wrestled Notre Dame. We have our longest tradition with Notre Dame High School.
Notre Dame is the longest tradition.
Longest tradition.
That's interesting.
This is a plaque by this gentleman right here. His name's Doug Blueball, 1960 gold medalist in Rome. We've got his picture coming.
Oh, wow.
Doug comes through town. He and I have been friends for a number of years, and he gives me a call. And I just let him run practice, and no telling when he'll show up. The kids love him.
Oh,
We've got several posters around him. We just...
Well, come on in, guys.
Yeah, come on in. We've tried to decorate this up. We've got high school American pictures on the wall, and some of the... But this is where most of our kids dress. We've got a visitor dressing room on the other side, and shower and bathrooms facilities back here too. But our kids just haven't had something like this before until now.
They've got their own private locker room area where they can get ready, and especially for the home matches before they go. And I like that. Train like a madman.
That's what some considered the greatest wrestler in the world, Alexander Karelin from Russia, who only lost one match. Lost to Rulon Gardner in the Sydney Olympics, his very last match. But, he set an example for a lot of wrestlers. So I've got pictures up here of outstanding wrestlers.
What a beautiful locker room this is. And
well, the kids take pride in it.
A place where they can.
It's a little bit cleaner than normal, but I'll give them credit. They do take pride. They take turns cleaning and vacuuming, so it stays pretty clean.
This is some interesting quotes here that you have put up as well, because, you know, part of your job as a coach, I know Coach Miller has been since '73. And you do that so well, and some of these words on the walls, I guess, are indicative of that.
Well, I don't know if it's just me or if other coaches getting that, but I collect sayings. I hear things that just click, and I go, oh, I wish I'd said that before, and I like to pass them on to the kids, be brief, to the point, and a lot of them are, some of them are parents. A lot of these parents have brought in. They thought a lot of parents brought in, thought they had heard, and they've put in. I've added some of mine, but a lot of these are just parents that said, can I put, hey, I'd love for the parents to come in, influence their kids. So that's where a lot of these have come from.
This is where it starts for your wrestlers right here. Now, what is this? Is this the...
This is the enemy of all wrestlers. This is the scale. This is what they weigh in every day.
The enemy of a lot of people. But
it is. They weigh in every day, encouraged to weigh in every day and weigh out every day, so they know how much they lose, don't lose too much. I don't think they ever lose too much, but they've got to, that is, weight control is part of wrestling.
And it's a very important part, isn't it?
Very important. And not only that, what I try to emphasize is we teach nutrition. More than weight loss, we try to teach good nutrition, try to teach the kids what they need to eat to perform best. And it's not fat, it's not salt, it's not the fatty things that I try to teach the kids that their body's like a car. And go to a NASCAR race, they're not pouring water in the engine before they race, they're putting in good product. And that's what we try to encourage too, is good nutrition.
Well, all right, Coach, thanks again for the tour. You are going to be joining us later in the broadcast, and we're looking forward to that. Primetime sports tonight at the Jones Wrestling Arena right here in the locker room, where these great wrestlers get ready for their matches at Cleveland High School. We'll come back, have the Bradley story with Turner Jackson. Allan Morris will join us tonight, give you an update on high school basketball, and they're going to be joined again by Coach Miller, more about Cleveland High School wrestling, when this special edition of Primetime Sports continues in just a moment.
I've shared how thankful I am to be a part of a family so rich in heritage. As our funeral home family grows and changes, some things will always stay the same. Our family business will continue the tradition of serving generations in our community with respect, care, and dignity. Isn't it good to know that you can still depend on us to care for your family, our friends, and neighbors? Ralph Buckner Funeral Home and Crematory, a tradition of service.
Pioneer Credit Company has helped families in the Tennessee Valley for over 30 years with simple answers to their financial needs. Now Pioneer makes doing your taxes fast and easy with professional tax services, helping you keep more of your hard-earned money. Get a jump on tax season and call Pioneer. Pioneer Credit Company for every aspect of your financial life. In Cleveland, call your Pioneer credit expert, David Goins, at 479-9615.
And welcome back, everyone. The Jones Wrestling Center here at Cleveland High School, and what a great tour we've had. As you see in the background, the wrestlers and a lot of parents here, and Coach Turner Jackson has been involved in wrestling for, my goodness now, Coach, what, 30 years maybe, something like that?
Yeah, I guess so, Steve. It's been a long time.
Sorry to remind you.
It's been a long time. I feel like I've been involved that long.
But from Bradley Central High School, and what do you make of this building here, and what's been done at across town, if you will?
Well, I mean, we're so very lucky. Not many cities in Tennessee or in the United States have two nice wrestling rooms like we do here in the city of Cleveland. It's just unbelievable. I was the head wrestling coach at Bradley for a long time, and we had an upper gym. So it's nice to have a building like this where your mats are laid out, where you don't have to move things. Kids can come in. It's just ready to go. So many years we had to move things around. People have to move to get a place to practice. So it's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, we have really enjoyed the tour that we received from Coach Miller, who took us around. What's the relationship been with Cleveland and Bradley over the years as far as wrestling goes? It's very competitive, we know that, but pretty friendly.
Oh yeah, it's been great. You know, it took us a long time to even beat Cleveland when I came here in '79, and Al's been real helpful to our program, and you know, we love to beat Cleveland. You know the rivalry, Bradley-Cleveland in any sport, but
sure.
Pretty good relationship between all the wrestling coaches here in Bradley County.
Well, let's talk about it, and let me say congratulations to Bradley Central High School and your duals championship, state championship, excuse me, this past weekend.
Well, it was a great weekend. We're so proud of Coach Laxton and all his staff and the kids. Pulled off a great championship, beat Saudi Daisy, a team that had beaten us before, and then beat Clarksville, the home team. It's packed out. They had a great crowd. We did too, and they pinned us in 3 spots, and we're down 24-9 and come back and win. So it's really a great weekend. I thought our kids wrestled well and just did a great job. You know, the people of Bradley County now expect championships from the wrestling team, and this was a year where I thought it was going to be tough, but they came through. I thought they wrestled well.
And as you talk about that support, you did have a lot of support go up to Clarksville, huh?
We had a huge crowd. We had almost as many people as Clarksville did. That's where the tournament was, and there's a big, huge group of purple, and then we had our black and gold. It was very exciting. A lot of people travel with the Bears.
Tell me about that comeback. Down,
well,
24-9?
It's 24-9. We had gotten pinned 3 times, and for those people that know wrestling, you get extra points for pins. 24-9, we're looking over there. We got 5, 6 guys to go. I was kind of worried. Our lightweights came through. We won all 5 weights, and then actually forfeited the last weight. Once you've got it won, you forfeit because you don't want to wrestle that guy. You got another tournament coming up. So, yeah, it was a nice comeback. As I said before, our lightweights did a good job of hanging in there and winning when they had to.
Tell me about what is next for not only your team, but for the wrestling schedule as we go along.
Well, the region tournament, all that's left in wrestling in the state of Tennessee is the region tournament. This region tournament is at McMinn Central. They had the seeding meeting today to decide where the kids will be placed in the weight class. And then after that, the top 4 qualifiers will go to UTC, to the Roundhouse, and compete down there.
And that's going to be awfully exciting. Obviously, that's individual. What we've had, I guess, this past weekend was the team. Is that right?
Yeah, this past weekend, a lot of people don't understand this, but your team, everybody on your team goes. You may have a couple of wrestlers that aren't very strong, but because they're on your team, they go. This tournament that's coming up, if you're not in the top 4, you will not go with your team. So it's an individual thing. It's called the traditional because that used to be the only state tournament we had.
Really?
Yeah, it's the only state tournament. There weren't 2 state tournaments. We didn't have a dual tournament till the early 90s.
So it's a relatively new concept then.
Fairly new, early 90s, yeah. It was great too. Some people don't understand 2 state championships, but we try to explain it to them.
Yeah, and try to educate the public. One reason that we are here tonight, as a matter of fact, is to help you understand more about our local wrestling programs, and we appreciate you joining us tonight. I'm going to have more with Coach Jackson. We're going to switch gears a little bit with Coach Jackson. As you know, he's Associate Athletic Director at Bradley Central. Going to talk about the Barrett Hall of Fame, which took place this past Friday night in basketball action. Talk basketball and get ready for the tournaments, which are coming very soon. As Coach Jackson knows, in the long hours will be put in at Jim Sweeney Arena as they will host the district tournament this year in basketball. We're at the Jones Wrestling Center. My, what a facility this is at Cleveland High School. And we'll be back in just a moment.
Tire Center, specializing in fast, friendly, quality customer service. We offer a 13-point safety inspection, oil change, balancing, lube service, alignment, brakes, and more. Cleveland Tire Center, part of a huge buying group that gives us competitive prices on Bridgestone, Firestone, Dayton, and Goodyear tires. Cleveland's full-service automotive center. Cleveland Tire Center, 1 block north of Paul Huff Parkway on Highway 11.
Checking the cash, checking the cash.
You got a cash emergency, you got a money mayday. We cash your personal check and then we hold it till your payday.
Checking the cash.
You want to get your money in a hurry, in a flash. You want it from a friendly place that's got a lot of class.
Checking the cash, checking the cash.
When you get a money mayday, check into cash.
Back with more our wrestling program this week. Don't forget, you can email us at any time at Primetime Sports, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's Primetime Sports TV, as you see there, at hotmail.com. Drop us a line. Give us a suggestion. If you have a question or a comment about our program, feel free to email us, and we'll be glad to respond back to you. We've had a lot of great emails as we've been doing this program this year, and we appreciate our community's input. It's what makes this program what it is. Don't forget, next week, a very special program right here on Primetime Sports. We will change formats quite a bit. As a matter of fact, the next 2 weeks, the week of the, I should say in 2 weeks, not next week, my apology, the week of the 20th and the week of the 27th, we'll be televising the elementary school basketball championships, the 3rd and 4th grade girls championships, and then the boys 5th and 6th grade championship. Our cameras tape the activities, and we'll be bringing those to you. And again, the girls the week of the 20th and boys the week of the 27th. And Turner, we're really looking forward to doing that here on Primetime Sports.
Well, you know, we've got the district tournament coming up here, and
that's right.
A lot of basketball going on.
Awful lot of basketball. Let's talk about a very special night at Bradley this past Friday night, because you inducted some very special people into your Hall of Fame.
We did. Miss Fitzgerald, Corky Whitlock, and the 1970 state championship team went in. It was a very special night. A lot of tradition in girls basketball at Bradley Central High School. But it was a great night and just a wonderful, wonderful evening. Coach Smith might not have thought it was, but it was for everybody.
Oh, man.
We do that every year. We do the boys and the girls, and this is our 2nd year, and it's turned out to be a real success.
Coach Robert Maupin's, excuse me, on the set with us. Good evening, Coach.
Good evening. How are you doing, Steve?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
Doing real good.
Did you enjoy that Hall of Fame induction ceremony last Friday night?
Sure did.
A lot of your friends got inducted, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Well, Coach has been involved there a long time, hasn't he?
Coach Maupin is there every day. He's as dependable as anyone we have on staff. He went to Clarksville with me, made sure none of the Clarksville people jumped Coach Jackson. He's a special friend.
He's a friend of the end, I
he
tell you.
is, he is.
Well, Coach Jackson, let's talk about that, because now at this critical point, we're in the home stretch, you're associate AD, as we know, of the basketball season for the girls and the boys, and I know the girls played well against McMinn County.
They did. That was a big win. You know, this year we have only 2 teams, the number 1 and number 2, that are sure of going to the region. So if you can get that spot, it's fantastic. There are 2 play-in games this year, not 1, so the regular season standings mean a lot more than they did with just 5, because there are 2 play-in games. That was a big win for the Bradley girls. Maybe they will have a chance to be 2 or 3 now.
And the boys slipped up Friday night.
The boys did. Credit McMinn, they played well. They played well all season against people and had people on the ropes and couldn't finish. Sometimes they did against us and played a good game.
What happened against Baylor? You also had boys lost at Baylor Saturday night, I believe.
You know, I was in Clarksville. I talked to Ken, and we just didn't play well, didn't shoot the ball that well. And again, credit Baylor. Austin Clark is a fantastic coach, does a good job with what he has every year.
certainly does. And obviously, preparations are being made for the 20th, the week of the 20th. Let's talk again. We talked last week about it. We want to keep this before the public's attention, kind of as our format and as our schedule for the District 5 AAA basketball tournament.
Well, we start the 20th. We have 4 games on that Monday, starting at 4:30. Those are play-in games. There'll be a girls play-in game, then a boys and a girls, and back to a boys. Tuesday night, there are 2 games. That's the girls semifinals. Wednesday night, 2 games, girls semifinals. Those all start at 6 and 7:30. Thursday's consolations, and then Fridays, of course, the championships, boys and girls. So there's 2 games every night except the first night. We have to have those play-in games. And 4 teams from our district, that's two boys, 2 girls teams, will be done. So Monday night is very special. You better come to play or your season's over.
It's one of the biggest first nights of the tournament that we have had in the district.
Yeah, as I said before, we've added Walker Valley, which makes our district very competitive, and it makes us have 2 play-in games now because we do have 6. So that first night is going to be very special.
All right, Coach Jackson, Coach Maupin, thank you very much for being with us.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Can I say something?
Sure, I'd be glad to have you say something.
My niece, Terry Evans, and my little nephew, Henry, and Joe Terry.
You want to say hi to them? All right, we'll certainly do that. All right, Reverend Lockerman as well. I'm so glad you're here, Robert.
And Jim Gibson.
Well, don't leave Jim out or he'll cry.
Yeah, I know it.
Thank you.
And I love you.
I love you, Coach. I always have. And we'll be right back in a moment.
At Economy Rentals, we make it easy to own with no credit checks, low monthly or weekly payments, and free delivery. Visit our newly opened sleep shop where you will find mattresses, day beds, bunk beds, and full bedroom suites. Get a washer and dryer for $13.50 a week or $50 a month. 3 rooms of furniture for less than $30 a week or $102.95 a month. Low prices and a great selection. No credit checks and 90 days same as cash on all purchases. Economy Rentals, 901 Sahara Drive across from the Hardys on Keith Street. Economy Rentals of Cleveland, where we make it easy to own.
Welcome back, everyone. Back to the Jones Wrestling Center. What a very special night this has been so far here on Primetime Sports. Let me give you our schedule. This is how we go. We remind you every week that each and every Thursday night there's a brand new program on Charter Channel 22, new Primetime Sports, Thursday nights at 8 o'clock. It repeats each and every night until the following week. And it means you can catch an all-new, fresh edition each Thursday night at 8, as I know my buddy Coach Allan Morris does each week.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
Oh, yeah.
How are you, Coach?
I'm fine. How are you?
You have been busy while we've been taping this broadcast so far, haven't you?
Yeah, I've actually had a busy day today. We had the region seating meeting at McMinn Central this morning. It went from about 10 to 2:30. After that, went over to Walker Valley, had our practice from 4 to 6, left there, came here for our first kids club practice, and the second one's going on right now.
That's right. We're going to talk about the Kids Club coming up. Our next segment, Coach Morris and I will be doing a little commentary as you watch the Kids Club. But let's talk about Walker Valley Wrestling. We've been talking about the duels in Clarksville this past weekend.
Oh, well, I went up there as a fan.
I know you went as a fan, exactly. What did you think about that?
I think it was great. I was biased, of course. I was for Bradley, and my son wrestles there, and they did a great job. The coaches there made some very good moves, and they brought another state championship home. It was a great atmosphere. you know, just, you know, it's always fun to go up there, especially when they can beat Clarksville, the host team, and that's always fun to watch their fans.
Talk about the Walker Valley season and.
On the year, for a first-year program, and I kind of don't, I really don't like to say it like that, but the fact is we are a first-year program. We finished the regular season up with a 15-14 dual meet record, and that doesn't sound real impressive, except for the fact that we wrestled some of the best teams in the state, including Bradley, Cleveland. Of course, Bradley was state champions. Notre Dame, which is state champions. Baylor, which was the runner-up. We wrestled Ottawa, which was at the state duel. So, I mean, we had a very competitive schedule, especially for a first-year team, let alone any team. And we finished first in 2 tournaments. The McMinn County duels, we won it, and we also won the Mountaintop tournament at Sewanee. We finished runner-up in the district in our region to Bradley. Eventually lost to Cleveland in the semifinals of the region duels. And, you know, all in all, it's been a positive year. It's been, you know, interesting because there's a lot of things that I, you know, haven't experienced before and got to do this year. And so it's been a challenge as well as a pleasurable experience.
Where do you go from here in your wrestling program, do you think?
Well, right now we're preparing for the region tournament this weekend. We've got 5 wrestlers that were seeded. We've got 2 #1 seeds, a #2, and 2 #4s, and we have a few that were ranked seeded at #5. And we're going to try to qualify as many of our wrestlers as we can for the state tournament. And we're just, you know, trying to move in a positive direction in everything we do. So,
well, you're a positive guy, and I know that it starts at the top. And Coach Morris is. Tell you, you've had, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's been a good start in a lot of different ways.
Well, I mean, first of all, I've got great help. I've got some great assistant coaches, Heath Esslinger, Chris Light, Dean Anderson, and Adam Harner have been there most of the year, just you know, working, helping me keep things together. And it's in great support from our administration, the faculty, the students. It's becoming, you know, wrestling's becoming a sport no one knew about at Walker Valley now. A lot of people have come up to me and said, hey, this is exciting, this is great. We're looking forward to the next home meet. And I say, well, that'll be next year, but I'm glad to know you're going to be there.
That's right. Well, coming up, we're going to be talking about the Higher Calling Kids Club. Coach Morris and I will be turning the activity and the cameras on what's happening behind us here at the Jones Wrestling Center tonight. As Coach Miller said, they like to keep these doors open and keep things going, not just their home wrestling matches. We're going to be watching the future of wrestling in our community. Coming up next, stand by as Primetime Sports continues.
Gobble's Automotive, your neighborhood auto service and tire professionals. Trust Tony and Ginger Gobble and their quality ASC certified technicians to provide the best in service for all your auto repair needs. 100% customer satisfaction is the #1 goal at Gobble's Automotive, where integrity and trust means you can sit back, relax, and enjoy Ginger's fresh baked cookies while your automobile gets the very best service and care. Honesty, quality, convenience. You can expect the best from Gobble's Automotive.
Why squabble? Depend on Gobble.
Excuse me. I've been getting mixed messages about women and violence. I need a little clarification.
Uncle Bill, how am I supposed to grow up to respect women when I have such lousy role models?
Boys are never going to approach you.
Can you help me reshape my attitudes towards women?
You need to teach them that violence against women is wrong.
And welcome back, everyone. Primetime Sports here at the Jones Wrestling Center. Steve Harlan with you, Coach Morris back with us. And Coach, the future of wrestling in our community looks pretty bright, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. You ask anyone around the state of Tennessee, they'll tell you that Bradley, Cleveland area is, you know, they accuse everyone here of putting something in the water. kids are coming out with headgear and wrestling shoes from birth or something. I've heard it all, but I mean, the tradition that Cleveland and Bradley have here, and hopefully that Walker Valley will be able to add here in the future, it's not unnoticed by the rest of the state.
Well, what are we looking at here? We've been talking about it tonight throughout our taping, and that is, what is this all about? What's it called?
It's called Higher Calling Wrestling Club, and it's in cooperation with Cleveland High School and Walker Valley, and it's open to anyone in the county, and it's open to any kid that is new to the sport or any kid that's been wrestling, and it's from grades K through 8. And if you're a new kid, we're going to concentrate on teaching you the basics. It's going to help you become successful in the sport of wrestling. If you're more of an intermediate to advanced kid, we're going to teach you the techniques to allow you to continue to grow. Again, you know, we're blessed with great coaches and people that are willing to donate time to help develop our wrestlers. Coach Esslinger out there leading practice right now. Of course, everyone knows him from his wrestling days. Yeah. He's a youth minister at First Baptist Church, and not only are we teaching these kids, you know, wrestling, we're hopefully teaching them some things to help them in their spiritual life that will help them grow and be successful in that area as well.
As you are looking now, you see Coach Esslinger, and he is instructing the students on some specific matters here about wrestling. And what is that? What happens here normally? Is it they get pretty here we are pretty specific?
Oh yeah, I mean, and wrestling can be, you know, it's fairly simple, but sometimes some of the techniques are, if you break it down and explain each part of the move, it helps the wrestler understand it better, and he'll understand why he needs to pay particular attention to small details. And that sometimes the small details, the difference in the move being successful or not being successful.
Wrestlers respond pretty well. I mean, do the kids, excuse me, do they respond pretty well to what they're taught?
Most of them do. I mean, most of them are here because they want to be here. Yeah. And so we try to tell them be here as often and as much as possible. And while you're here, to pay as much attention. And, you know, we don't make anyone do anything. It's totally up to them. And so, but for the most part, most of them come here. They want to become a better wrestler. They want to be a state champion one day for Walker Valley or Cleveland or Bradley. And this is where it starts.
Coach Morris joins me on camera now. And Coach, talk about this facility and what it means to our community.
Well, we're pleased that Coach Miller's invited us to use this facility. I know that Allan Jones built this facility with it in mind that, you know, there would be kids in here wrestling, and I think that's coming, you know, coming around to being a dream come true. So, sure. And you know, after this is finished, there'll be freestyle. I know Coach Miller every year, he's one of the leaders in the state in freestyle. We will be doing freestyle here. So it's going to give
me about that freestyle. What do you mean by that?
Well, it's a little different style. It's the Olympic style of wrestling, and in the off season, that's what most states are going to during the off season. Really? And again, like I said, Coach Miller has probably been one of the leaders in our state in freestyle, and it's opportunities for kids to go compete for national championships in Fargo, North Dakota, and this is an opportunity for them to come train and try to win a national title in the summertime.
That's where it all starts, and I think that as we've seen tonight, the students and the athletes, the wrestlers in our community have an advantage, maybe over other communities, to have a facility like this, but also to have great people involved, like as you see the coaches there, and we've got some former wrestlers in that group coaching tonight, and then people like yourself and Coach Miller and Coach Laxton that you genuinely care about the students.
Well, I don't think it's a secret. I think if you'll ask most people why certain teams have been successful over the years, I think you're going to find out it's the teams that have a feeder system in place. I mean, for years I was part of, you know, the Bradley feeder system with their club, and Cleveland's always had their system, and most other teams around the state that are successful have feeder systems in place.
Well, Coach, thank you for joining us tonight, and we are going to come right back in a moment. We'll talk more to you along the way.
All right, well, I appreciate
it. Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Great to see you again. And we'll come back with Primetime Sports. Coach Al Miller joins me once again in just a moment.
service. We believe families are the most important part of our business. We will take care of you. That is what we're here for. Basically, the golden rule. My parents always told me that if you treat people the way you would like to be treated, you will be fine, no matter what in life you decide to do. Because the community has given so much to us, we cannot come close to repaying Cleveland and Bradley County for what they have done. Continued growth and assurance to families from now on that we will be there when you need us the most.
Pioneer Credit Company has helped families in the Tennessee Valley for over 30 years with simple answers to their financial needs. Now Pioneer makes doing your taxes fast and easy with professional tax services, helping you keep more of your hard-earned money. Get a jump on tax season and call Pioneer. Pioneer Credit Company for every aspect of your financial life. In Dayton, call your Pioneer credit expert, David Lytle, at 775-3347.
Welcome back to Primetime Sports, everyone. The Jones Wrestling Center has been a wonderful host. Cleveland High School, of course, always a great host. And Coach Miller, we got you back on the broadcast now. I've been visiting with some of your contemporaries, and it's been a great night. It really has.
I've enjoyed it. Glad to have you.
Thanks, Coach. Well, we've got some highlights to watch, and you're also going to be talking about the wrestling team here at Cleveland High School as we watch these highlights. So
okay. All right.
Let's do that.
I wanted to get a few matches here. This is my 103-pounder, Kyle Cronin. This is a match we had against Ottawa the other night. Kyle, this was a big match for us. Kyle had lost to this boy from Ottawa earlier and came back and started us off with a big pin right here. But Kyle will be wrestling 103 this weekend in the region for us. He's our starter. He's got his work cut out for him. There's 3 very good wrestlers ahead of him in our region, but we're hoping he can pull an upset like this. That's where he got the pin. Let's see here. He missed his excitement there a little bit. This is Mr. Excitement himself, Josh Jadaburson. I can't get him fired up, but I'm going to tell you, he can go. Josh is extremely strong, particularly in his hands. He's tall for a 112-pounder. He's won 32 matches and lost 3 this year. He leads the area, the whole Chattanooga area, Chattanooga Times Free Press area, in turning people on their back. That's his specialty. He has a knack for being able to turn people over and score a lot of back points and also get a lot of pins. Wow. This is the pin that he got against Ottawa.
Ottawa, pretty tough.
Ottawa is the program in this area that's really on the go. They've got an enthusiastic coach. They've really didn't turn their program around. They're just building a tradition down there. This is Jeremy Govero, one of our seniors. He had a tremendous first period against the wrestler from Ottawa. He's getting very tenacious on top. I get on him, he relaxes when he's on bottom, but he wrestled a first period. I really was feeling good right here. I mean, he just kept turning this guy and turning this guy to his back, and then we let up a little bit, let the guy get back in the match. But Jeremy won the match. He's our 119-pounder. Like I say, he's a senior. 125, I don't believe I've got any footage. 125, we counted today. We've had 6 wrestlers at that weight class. That seems to be, we've been sick, we've been hurt. Ben Spires is going to be our 125-pounder entering the region tournament this weekend. And Ben really doesn't have much varsity experience. He's wrestled, spotted for us some. Seem to be having some problem with the footage there, but
we'll come back and
we're going to,
in a second.
Like Walker Valley and Bradley, we're going to be at Etowah, Men's Central. It's their first time hosting the region tournament. We're all excited about it. This is the exciting part of the year for us.
Like other winter sports, is a home stretch. What do you tell your guys this time of year?
We changed practice schedule a little bit. We're not going, they won't say it, we had a hard practice today, but we tend to just tone and fit. They've got to be in shape right now, and we talk. It's the mental aspect of it I've always felt right now. Oh, yeah. Not get hurt, not get sick. My biggest concern, I think most wrestling coaches, is the flu. It's flu season, and that's the single thing that I dread the most. I can't do anything about it except tell my kids to.
Has it hurt you before?
Oh, yes. Oh, it's my first year as head coach.
it hit us, and I've never seen it hit so fast. We were in Johnson City at the region tournament, and I actually had guys go on the mat and faint. Just, I mean, came off with a fever. The flu can just strike so quickly. You get your body heat up, you're excited. It just seems to really come on if you have it. So that's my fear. Keep them healthy, keep them toned, and work on the mental aspect of it.
Mental aspect, what percentage would you say is the mental aspect?
I think Yogi Berra said it best. I think it's, what, 90% mental and the other 50% is physical. I think Yogi.
That sounds like
Yogi must have wrestled somewhere, because it's you first of all have to believe in yourself. I wish I could look at a kid and tell it that he's going to be a winner, but I can't. Some of the skinniest, least physical kids I've ever had have been the meanest, honest, didn't want to lose. And I've had kids come in that were bodybuilders, and they just never got the hang of the sport. We have a saying, one of our sayings around here, I think a lot of sports, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog, and that's very true in wrestling. Wrestling's a sport for all body types. You just have to learn the technique that's good for your body. There's a technique for short, muscular kids. There's another technique for tall kids, and the kids have to, well, the coach, first of all, has to present it, and the kids then have to select what's best for them.
I've never heard it explained that way. That's extremely interesting. There's a technique for each body style.
Oh, definitely. Now, in college, that's not necessarily so, but college coaches tend to look for the body type that they coach. Oklahoma State has always been famous for, you wrestle their style or you don't wrestle for them. Iowa's the same way. But in high school, and I think a lot of the coaches, I know Coach Esslinger and Coach Morris are very much like me, we know different techniques, and we try to get the technique that the kids can work. I have tall, thin kids, and I have some short guys that have the perfect body like myself that we're not very tall now. But there is a technique for short that the tall guys hate to wrestle, and then there's technique that tall guys do that short guys just really drives them up the wall.
Coach, thanks for your insight, thanks for your input, and thanks for having us.
Well, thank you for coming.
Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be right back with more Primetime Sports in a second.
Cleveland Tire Center, specializing in fast, friendly, quality customer service. We offer a 13-point safety inspection, oil change, balancing, lube service, alignment, brakes, and more. Cleveland Tire Center, part of a huge buying group that gives us competitive prices on Bridgestone, Firestone, Dayton, and Goodyear tires. Cleveland's full-service automotive center. Cleveland Tire Center, 1 block north of Paul Huff Parkway on Highway 11.
Your time is precious to do the things that are important in life. That's why at Medical Center and Super Discount Pharmacy, with our in-house RN, we make it convenient to have your blood pressure screened, cholesterol checked, or bring your child in for immunizations. And as always, you'll enjoy the first-class pharmacy services we've become known for, where our expertise is always free. At Medical Center and Super Discount Pharmacy, we realize it's all about you, your time, your convenience, and your savings. And we promise never to forget that. Medical Center and Super Discount Pharmacy, caring for your family just like our own.
Welcome back, everyone, to Primetime Sports. We end tonight with a look at high school basketball and some results and standings for our local teams. The Walker Valley Lady Mustangs, you see 17-8 overall, 2-7 in the girls division. Lost to Cleveland High School last Friday night. Also a loss earlier in the week to Central. The Bradley Bearettes at 18-6 overall, 5-3 in the district, with wins over Baylor, McMinn County, and Saudi Daisy. Great week for the Bearettes. Had their Hall of Fame induction, as we talked about last Friday night. And then it's Cleveland High Lady Raiders, 19-6 overall, 6-3 in their district. Big win over Livingston Academy. Walker Valley, big week for Cleveland as well, a win over Ray County earlier that week. Cleveland has Bradley this Friday night. Cleveland will be hosting Bradley Central Mix 104-1, 6 o'clock from the Dome at Cleveland High School. There's the standings, District 5 AAA girls standings. Cumberland number 1. There's Cleveland number 2. Bradley is 3rd. McMinn, Walker Valley, and Ray County in that division. In the boys action, Bradley 18-9 overall, 7-1 in the district, but they slipped up twice last week. Last Saturday night, lost at Baylor, lost home to McMinn County, did defeat Saudi Daisy earlier in the week. Bradley at Cleveland this Friday night. Of course, course, that'll be on Mix 104.1. Cleveland High School defeating Livingston Academy, also defeated Walker Valley last Friday night and beat Ray County earlier last week. And they'll host Bradley, as we said, this Friday night, right on Mix 104.1. Walker Valley 9-16 in overall, and of course they are, as you see in their region, they are 3-6, and Walker Valley with a loss to Cleveland and Chattanooga Central. The boys standings, District 5 AAA. There's Bradley at number 1, 7-1. Lost their first district game to McMinn County. Cleveland at 6-3. McMinn County. There's Cumberland, Walker Valley, and Ray County. Remember, the top two. These teams will be the top two in their district to get that bye to the region tournament. That's a special edition of Primetime Sports from the Jones Wrestling Center here at Cleveland High School. It's been a very exciting night. Thank you to Cleveland High School administration, Al Miller, to athletic director Charlie Cobble, principal Chuck Rockhold, for making it possible for us to come tonight. Thanks to the contributions of people like the Jones family in our community that make high school athletics what it is in Cleveland and Bradley County. For all of us at Primetime Sports, to our sponsors, thank you so very much. I'm Steve Hardline. We'll see you again next week.